Hello everyone, welcome back to Skybite Studios, and in this video we're going to be doing an unboxing and review of Transformers Earthrise Deluxe Class Wheeljack. And as you can see, this is what it's going to look like when you first buy the figure. You can see the cutout right here of Wheeljack, and you can kind of see a sneak of his accessories right there. It's going to be helpful to know that if you're going to be looking at some of these on the shelf, make sure it's not one that's been returned with a lot less parts. So there you go, that's how he looks like in the front. This is his character artwork off to the side, and you got the product images in the back. It transforms in 18 steps. Then you have the typical artwork here for the Earthrise figure line, and nothing too spectacular on the top and the bottom. But anyways, let's get this unboxed. Alright, and here we have Earthrise Deluxe Class Wheeljack out of his box, and he is in his vehicle form. And as always with my reviews, stay tuned to the end because I do show both transformations. And for this video, I'll be starting with the alternate form to robot transformation. But anyways, that's what he looks like in his vehicle form. He has this typical race car mode. And in terms of accessories, he only really comes with this missile launcher on top, which just posts onto the top of the roof here, and I'll show you guys this really quick. It's pretty much just basic gray plastic with the peg itself being white, and there it is. There's a little bit of detailing on it, but pretty simple. Put that off to the side and we'll focus on the vehicle itself. I don't know how it looks for you guys, but the way I'm seeing it on camera is the white looks really reflective. It's actually not that reflective at all in person. It's actually a drab kind of white, looks almost ivory. And yeah, other than that white, the only other colors you see on him is the red for like the stripes and the Autobot symbol, and the green for the rest of the paint apps, and the arrow bolts here on the spoiler. And in terms of the front, no painted headlights, it's just a dark gray or black grille. Same with the back, it's kind of painted but no red or yellow to indicate the tail lights or headlights. And the windshield here is actually translucent. I'm trying to figure out the color. It looks like almost a dark gray or really dark green or olive color for the windshield here. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You got a lot of details here on the side. You got the 638, you got the racing or the checkered flag here, and same thing with the other side. And you see arrow bolt there in the back once again. And in terms of the bottom of this figure, it cleans up pretty darn well. You could see, except for the head, you don't see obvious robot parts under him or at the side, if any at all. And there you go. Before I transform him, I'm going to quickly show you guys a vehicle comparison. This is pretty much the only other Earthrise figure I currently own, which is Clip Jumper. And you can see they're both deluxe class figures, and a major size difference, like I said in the review for this guy. This one fits in the palm of my hand, but so does he, but not nearly as much as Clip Jumper, as you can tell. This one I feel like is a more decently sized deluxe class figure. But anyways, that's pretty much it for the vehicle mode. Let's get him transformed. The transformation is pretty simple, but it's one of the ones that I think is more fun compared to others. And I definitely think it's much more fun than Clip Jumper. So anyways, we're going to start by just kind of splitting the spoilers like that. You're going to create that V shape. And then, let's see, we're going to start splitting this section up. If I can do it. There you go. So you're going to split up the tire section here out, and then same thing with the other side right here. And I just unpegged the tire. No biggie, just snap it back on. And there you go. So you're going to disconnect it from the back now, right here, from the rear of the vehicle mode. That kind of frees things up. You could swing those down to the side just like that. And then we're going to flip it over like this. We're going to turn the whole, I guess, lower half of the section of the car around 180. Now you can flip up the head, bring it up as far as it can so you can hear that audible click. There you can see Wheeljack's head sculpt. And then now we're going to start working on the legs. So what I just did right now is I just pretty much split the front of the vehicle, and then you could bring this section and swing that up, peg that with the bottom section of what was pretty much Wheeljack's neck. Just peg that into the new chest section, which is the top of the car, just like that. And then we're gonna swing these out to the side right here, and this popped out. Normally, I promise these don't pop out nearly as easily. It's just I'm doing the review and it doesn't seem to like me, but there you go. So when you split this apart, you're gonna want to bring it downward so it swivels. Let me show you guys again. So this part was up like that. You're gonna swing it down so that could fit into the leg, and then that's just gonna click. I'll try to show it better on this side. So kind of loosen this up, and before you put that leg all the way, you're gonna bring this part of the windshield in, push that into the leg. That one fell off too. I don't know why it's doing that. So flip that in, so now that part is facing down, and then the rest of the leg will cover that up. You'll hear a click. Just flip the feet down, and you pretty much have the lower half all completed. Now that all that's left is the top half, which is pretty straightforward. Just bring the arms forward and bring that fist forward just like that, so you have use of that elbow joint. So again, we'll show it on this side. I'm gonna flip this to the front and then bring this hand section forward so the fist, the whole of the fist is facing forward. And that's pretty much it. That's Deluxe Class Wheeljack from the Earthrise line. And if you want, you could, there's several places you could plug in his weapon. You could put it back on the back where it was earlier. You could put it onto the sides right here if you choose. And of course you could do it on the fist, just like this, if it cooperates. There you go. Alright, now let's take a closer look at Wheeljack's robot mode. We'll start with the head sculpt right there. And as you can see, it's a very Wheeljack typical head sculpt. You have the iconic, I guess you could say, ears for Wheeljack there, and the mouth plate. In terms of the color scheme, it's pretty much just black and silver. The only parts of this figure that are painted silver are his head, and weirdly enough, the back parts of the spoilers here, you can see they're painted in silver as well. And throughout the figure, you can see some of the molded details, such as in the thighs and on the arms right there. And you get some here that are exposed on the front of the vehicle, which are now his shins. And on the back, some of the detail does continue, especially with the leg parts. But nothing really new appears here. And there you pretty much have it. In terms of articulation, the head does go 360, I believe. Yeah, it's on a ball joint, so you could also tilt it up and down a bit. And there's a little bit of side-to-side wobble, as you can see. The arms go all the way up like that, and then you could spin them 360. There is a swivel hinge right there. Actually, can you? Oh yeah, you can. It's just the back piece here might hinder that mobility, but there is a bicep right there, and then there is a swivel just above the bicep, and for the wrist you do twist it because it is required for transformation. And you do have that waist articulation again, mainly for transformation, but nice that it's there. The legs can go all the way out to the side that far. They could go forward that far and back that far. And for the knees, they bend at 90 degrees like that. And for the feet, there's no ankle side to side movement, but you have that up and down. But that's mainly for, like I said, transformation. And you do have a swivel there above the thigh. So that's pretty much it for the articulation. Let's go ahead and bring out Cliff Jumper again. There you go, you can see the size difference there. They are both Deluxe Class figures, but dramatically different in height. And the next one we're going to bring out is, we're actually going to bring out Sideswipe and Hound from the first line from the Siege figures. So you can see they scale pretty well. Sideswipe is the tallest here just by a hair, but Wheeljack's pretty much the same height as Hound, as you can see. And lastly, we'll bring out the newest Optimus Prime to come out from this Siege line. And I'll bring him forward because Optimus is a little tall. There you go. You can see this is really more of a Voyager sized figure, but it's the leader price because of the accessories. But there you go, there is a size comparison. Alright, And that's pretty much it for the robot mode of this figure. We're going to transform him back into his vehicle mode. So to start that off, we'll get rid of his weapon right here. So just unpeg this, put that off to the side. And then we're going to start off with the lower body. So we're going to open up his chest right here, tuck that head inside, just like that. This goes all the way in, leave that there for now. And then we're going to start working on the legs here. So we're going to swivel this back up, flip down the toes, and before you swivel it all the way back, you're going to bring this windshield part up. Then that should rest into the gap of the leg like that. So we'll do it again on this side. So actually for this one, let's start off with the toes, flip that down, start swiveling this leg up like that, and then bring this section of the windshield up. That should rest into this triangular gap here in the leg. And there you go. So you could peg these legs together, and then you could bring this top of the car section forward, and that should click into place somewhere. There you go. And then once you have that done, you could just turn this lower section around 180 degrees. And then now we're going to work on this section. You could, at this point, you could probably put the spoilers out like that so they're straightened out. This is probably the trickiest part, is these gaps right here. This is where the arms are going to pin by double hinging them. That peg is right there. You kind of blindly have to do it, and I suggest doing this part first before the rest of the arm for both sides. So get these out of the way, and then this one, I kind of have to slightly push it in, but you'll find it eventually. And there that is. So you could flip this hand like that so it's flush with the side of the vehicle. Again with this, make sure that tire's flush, and then flip the hand so that's flat. And then you're just gonna start putting this all together. So just like that, simple enough. Just tabs into there. Then if you want, you could put the weapon back, and there you go. Pretty simple, but like I said, a fun transformation, and Wheeljack is back in his vehicle mode. And my overall thoughts on this, I like I said, I only really have about 2 or 3 Earthrise figures and only 2 Deluxe classes. It's him and Cliffjumper. I do prefer him over Cliffjumper. And I should have mentioned this earlier, but I think his legs are a little blocky in robot mode, just a tiny bit blocky. But I think overall, like, considering the amount of plastic they use and considering he is a decent sized Deluxe class figure, I do recommend him a little bit more than Cliffjumper. And I like it because we haven't really had a Wheeljack in a while. I can't remember the last time we had a Wheeljack figure. We definitely didn't have it in the early part of the Siege line of toys. So it's nice that we have him here, and once I knew that he was going to come out, I was really excited for him. And now I have him, and I am happy that I do. But anyways, that's pretty much it for this unboxing and review of Earthrise Deluxe Class Wheeljack. Let me know what you guys think of him. If you have any questions about this figure, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Hopefully I'll see it and help you guys out, but if I don't, hopefully someone else will see it and help you guys out. And as always, leave a like on the video and subscribe for future content from Skybite Studios on YouTube. Thanks for watching. See you guys later.